Oh.マイク OK?
マイク
いくよ。
OK! おはずみ
いい
if
ですか
you're
話しに行きましょう。
in the morning and こんばんずみ if you're night. Hope you have a good day today.
おー。始まる。
始まる It's the BGM okay? Everything okay? Is it okay? It's okay to hear.
That sounds fine. I think it sounds fine. Should be okay.
Oh!
Probably.
And the reason why I cannot hear is... Okay, I can hear my
Oh.
BGM. Yay! Okay, hello everybody!
What's up, everyone?
Hello everyone, welcome!
Yeah.
どうぞ
Yeah.
Sorry, どうぞはい、どうぞ
Oh, hello. Sorry. Hello. Welcome to Feet 101. Today I will teach you how to draw the feet.
Today's not my
The
class.
feet.
Today's not my class.
Yes.
It's Pomp class. So I will...
I'm teaching you. I can't just talk to chat. I've never talked to chat before.
Now
So
you have
it is your class.
To chat.
No, I refuse. I will not acknowledge the existence of chat. I refuse to acknowledge that they are there. That chat does not exist. I am not a streamer. But Izumi,
no.
tell me.
Okay.
Tell me, Izumi,
Hi,
do
Seiso.
you know how to draw? Do you know how to draw feet?
No. That's why
I see.
I'm asking you.
Don't worry. Here's the thing. Here's the secret. I don't actually really know how to draw feet either.
Wow.
I have just mainly memorized a bunch of stuff that kind of looks good-ish, and then I just do that every single time I need to draw feet.
Really? Because I see that you can draw the bones so well.
No, not really. I'm copying off this that you put in the corner of it. Here. Okay. Hold on.
Is
Wait.
lying.
I'm not lying. I don't really know how to draw feet. All the feet I draw are like cartoon, abstract, not real feet. They're like.
But it's good though. Like it's. I mean, you are literally the feet god. What are you talking about?
I am not the feet god. The feet god is this guy called Casino. Casino is the feet god. Casino, Kairu, Squeezable. These are all the feet artists that are way better than me. Casino.
But still, you are also.
Casino app. This guy.
Oh, really?
Actually, I don't know if that's his app. This is the feet god. He is the one who knows everything about how to draw feet. If you want.
The berries one, yes, with feet. Oh, really? The one
Yes,
that draw iris.
yes.
Iris feet.
Yes, he's this guy. This is the ultimate feet god. It's not me. It's this guy.
But
So with that out of the way.
You're almost there.
Nah, I'm not even nearly almost there. So, but with that out of the way.
You shall be the god. Be with the god.
No.
Yes.
Let's see. How do I boop. Okay, that's good. Boop. Hide the feet. Hide the real feet. No. Hide them. Hide the feet. Hide them. We don't need them where we're going. Alright.
Is the BGM okay, right? It's not that loud. Is everything okay? Okay, the chat said okay, I think.
Do I know Aihara? Yes, I got to know Aihara a few weeks ago. Aihara is amazing. Honestly, if I have to know, Aihara is another artist who likes feet. But the feet he draws, he's actually studying like foot anatomy and stuff. I haven't studied like foot anatomy. I can't memorize. I haven't memorized this. I can't tell you how to draw this if I wanted to. I have memorized like guidelines, and I roughly know how to draw a foot that kind of looks correct. And if it doesn't look correct, I just kind of work with it until it looks correct. But Aihara actually memorized like bones and like how the muscles look, so you can draw way better the feet than me.
Damn.
Aihara is way better than me at drawing feet.
I see.
Kairu.
I like you have a list of like the feet gods.
Of course I do. I have a reference folder. These are all the people who are always in my references. So if you want to learn how to draw feet, you look at what they do and just draw it a lot.
And then just copy it.
And then just copy it. Yes. Come.
End of stream.
So I mean, but I can still teach you what I myself know. So if we
How does it-
so how okay, wait, before I get into how exactly the foot looks,
Hi.
there's a few things to know. There's a few things to know when you want to draw feet.
Hi.
If you are drawing art, if you're drawing art that focuses on feet, if you're drawing foot art, important tips. If you're drawing art that focuses on feet, so this only applies if your art focuses on feet.
Oh.
Focuses on feet. So if you're just drawing feet that happen to be there in certain, like if you're drawing some other art and there just happens to be some feet, you don't really need to pay attention to this. But if you draw art that focuses on feet, it's important to remember a few things. Number one, not all angles of feet look good. To say that, what I mean is that you can draw feet perfectly from even if you can draw feet perfectly from every angle, there are some angles that you can see the foot from that looks better than others. So for example, if I draw the foot from above, which will look like this, then the best is gonna look like this, which is like,
so bony.
yeah, exactly. It's not very nice to look at. Like it's one from head on, feet not very nice to look at. Top down, feet is like this if you look at it from the top down, and then the leg is here. Top down, which is like it could be either way. It's like it's not the best. Feet generally look the best from like the side or so, but not like this side. Although this is still quite good. This is like
This is okay.
yeah, but feet look the best from the underside here. When you get to see this shape, the soles and everything, then there, that looks nice. Yeah. So certain angles of feet will make your art look better than others if you are focusing on the feet.
I see. So no wonder like more artists they draw like the sole of
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
the nice part? Like the good
Yeah.
part? The one that
Yeah,
makes
that
it
is the
look
good part. The soles and the toes. Underside.
So it's
Those
underside.
are yeah. Generally those, if you want to make your feet art look good, then generally you want to focus on the bottom of the foot. That's where it looks the nicest from. And therefore, going from that onwards, we go to the second tip, which is that the second tip being that not all poses are good for feet. For example, if you have a normal canvas, right?
Okay.
If you have a normal canvas, it looks like this, right? Rectangular-ish. And say you want to include the feet. Well, okay. Let's draw a person. Person looks like this. And then the feet are here. If we put that into a canvas, it looks like this. Which is like, it's really, really skinny. So let's say we want to just show the feet, then we'll do this. But then here's the thing, now we're missing a face.
Yeah.
no face.
Right.
Foot art. Oh, I'm gonna move over here.
Okay,
This is a
I'm
lecture
gonna.
I've given before. Foot art has two goals. Foot character art has two main goals, which is number one,
Mm-hmm.
show the feet,
Show the
obviously,
feet.
preferably the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to show the feet, and you usually want to show the bottom of the feet.
Right.
The second one is to show the face.
Show the face because character
Yes.
equals face.
Yes, because faces are pretty.
Yeah.
If your art doesn't have a face, people aren't gonna like it as much. It's
Yes.
that simple.
That's
But
true.
there's a problem.
What
The
problem?
face is here. The face is here.
The feet is far away.
And the feet is far away. Feet
Far
are far away.
away.
So, to solve this, you need to pose the character
Uh-huh.
to squeeze
Squeeze.
into a box. So you need, because you want your canvas to look kind of like this, right?
Mm.
Each canvas looks kind of like this.
Mm.
So you can't fit the whole person in there. You have to like put them in there
Mm.
and like crumple them around. You gotta like fold them around or something.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So usually you like bend the character at some place,
Right.
like
Making
here
them sit down or
or
something, right?
here. Yeah, or like that. Or you could even like draw them in perspective
Uh-huh.
and like you could like have their head be over here, draw them in perspective
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fold them up. You need to crumple them up. You need to bring the face and the feet closer together. How exactly you do this doesn't really matter. There's a lot of different ways you could do this.
Right.
You could do this, for example.
Jumping from the back.
Yeah.
Wee.
So composition is very important in a foot focused piece.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're wondering why no matter how well you draw the foot, it still doesn't look very nice, it's probably because your artwork in the first place isn't good for feet. Either you have drawn something very, very long, and then you've drawn the feet just like there
Mm-hmm.
at the very end of the very long person.
Right. The focus is not
If
the
you
feet
draw,
anymore,
yeah.
right? If that,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If you draw it very long, yeah, then the focus is not a feet. So there's no attention to the feet.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, you want the feet to be at least as important as the rest of the character when you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
So if I for example draw someone, for example, just walking,
Mm.
it's not that focused on the feet. The feet are
Right.
just kind of there.
Mm.
So what you can do is you can sort of angle the perspective, and then bring the feet closer.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. View it from
Right.
below.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Becomes a perspective. Like angle.
Yes.
Composition.
Mm-hmm. So the whole point of this is to say that before asking if your feet are bad, you should first ask whether you have made a space where you can draw good feet. How do I say this? Your feet
My
drawings. Yes, your feet. Yeah, your feet drawings
My feet draw.
could actually be good, but
But
your composition is bad for feet.
feet.
Yes. So, that's the number one rule to remember
Right.
before you actually decide to start working on your feet. Because even if you can draw the most perfect feet in the world, it doesn't matter if you haven't given a space for people to know, to
Right.
see them, to appreciate them well.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's the
See.
idea. Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Now,
you
yeah,
need
yeah.
to create like a composition that is focused more on the feet, and then you
Yes. Yes.
and then you
Yeah.
bring the attention to the feet, and then you draw the feet
Yes.
and the face.
And the face. Yes. So you want to have the feet in frame and you want to have the face also in frame, and you want to have preferably not too far away from each other. So if your character is looking like this and then your feet are is like this all the way at the edges of the frame, that's a no-no. That's not good. Because then your face is over there. Then in your social media, when they crop it out, you're only gonna see this and then you're gonna see this.
They're not gonna see the feet. They're only gonna see the curve, the hip,
Yeah. Yep.
hip, hip,
Hip way.
hip, hip.
So
Hooray.
with that said, how do we draw feet?
How to
How
draw?
exactly do we draw feet?
How draw feet?
And now I have never given a lesson on this before, so I don't know how this is gonna go. Let me see how I would usually draw feet. Okay.
How do you?
So-
yeah. How do you normally draw? Just
How do I normally draw feet?
Yeah.
I normally draw feet just like this. So the leg is coming in from here. Then I will draw this triangle. And then another triangle shape. Oop, what just happened? What just happened? Why did my ink become white? And then I draw another triangle feet shape. And that is my foot. That is roughly how I draw feet. My rough guidelines looks like this. And then from there, if I just... Yup,
and then from there.
boop. If I copy this second one, from there it will go something like this. I'll erase this, make this like this. Then these are the toes basically. Then I'll start, because I've already memorized mainly where the toes are. So you will sort of tone this down a little. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this,
Whoa!
and then
It's a feet.
this becomes this. This becomes this. This becomes this. So
Whoa! It's a feet.
yeah. So that's generally how I would draw feet, but that's not very helpful to a beginner because you don't know what is this, what is this, what is this,
Yeah.
right? You wouldn't know what all of these are.
Yes.
So let's break it down. How do I do this? Let's start from the leg. Let's start all the way from the leg. The leg has two bones. So the shape of these, your shin. But your shin like this.
Like.
This part has two bones. And they kinda look like this. The top part goes in here, and then it goes here into these two bones. And then one comes around like this, and one comes around like this.
Right.
Now, how exactly they look isn't too important for the feet, but what you have to remember is that this bottom part, it forms this sort of like cup shape.
Ah.
Kinda like that.
So this
Right?
is the one that you draw it out, right?
Yeah, so this is what I'm drawing here. It is these two bones. It's these two bones. But it forms sort of like cup shape. And this is your ankle. This is what your ankle actually looks like. So you can see that the rest of your foot is made of a lot of bones. But generally, the one you want to focus is sort of, they're all fused together.
Right.
Unlike your hand can actually move apart. Your hand can flex, your hand can bend, your hand can twist, but your foot is all fused together into one big lump. So the rest of the foot kind of looks like this. Like this. You have this.
So one big lump and then you just.
Yeah, and it just sort of connects like gunpla.
It's a gun.
And this is is a gampla, and this is your heel.
This is the heel.
Yeah.
Connects to
so
my...
the feet.
Okay.
It connects to your something.
To
I don't know
my-
what the names of the bones.
To the bones.
So it can rotate in this axis, and it can of course rotate up and down. But it cannot rotate side to side. I mean, it cannot rotate. What's the way? It can sort of go this way. It can't like twist.
But there's a limit, right? I mean, like, that's where you
Yeah.
twist your ankle.
Yeah, that's why you twist your ankle. So it can only go up here a little bit, and it can't like sort of twist around.
I mean, you technically can. It's going to be painful.
It would be extremely painful for you.
Yeah, you can.
Doing. So from the side, your shin bones come here. Your actual shin is a bit bigger than your shin bones because you have meat. And then your foot goes backwards a little bit. Just a little bit. Don't forget this part that sticks out of the back. So a lot of people draw feet and then they just draw it like this. And it's like, huh? Don't remember this. Don't forget this.
It's a bit out.
Then I usually draw a second part of the foot just like this. This weird triangle shape is just to indicate the rest of the foot bones form this kind of shoe shape. And then we have this, which is the toes.
Right.
So the
How
rest of
long
the
the
foot
toes
bones
will
form
be?
this. The toes depends. Generally, you can always remember what the foot looks like from below, which is like this fingerprint, the footprint kind of shape, right? The footprint is actually quite useful to remember because the footprint is what parts of the foot touch the ground. So if you remember this sort of vague footprint, there will be another. You can draw another line here, and that will be the whole foot.
Oh, that's from
So the
bottom.
toes, yeah. So it depends on how long you want to draw the toes. The toes can differ, just like everybody has different lengths of fingers. But generally, there will be, I don't know what fraction this is, but that looks kind of right. Maybe 1/4-ish. I don't know. Is what I tend to draw. But there's people who draw like less. There's people who draw maybe 1/6 of the foot, 1/5. You know, there's people who like to draw. There's people who like to draw like I know Anjo-san, that manga, Yancha Gal no Anjo-san, draws the toes really long. Like Anjo's toes are like long as hell. And for what reason? I don't know.
Do you know like BL manga?
I
draw
don't know
long?
if do yaoi manga draw long toes? I don't
Maybe
know.
because they draw big hands, right?
They draw big hands, but I don't know if they will draw long toes.
Maybe they would draw long toes too, like long toes and big hands. Oh my god.
Questionable. Okay. So anyways, the bulk of the foot looks like this. It looks like this, and it's important to note that viewed from the top, it is like this. Viewed from the top, it is like this. If this is where the heel is, it is like this, and then the toes are like this. Think of it like a sock. You know, like that little line in your socks where the toes are.
Yes.
Yeah, if you just kind of remember that, then that's where the toes are. And then the big toe is very important.
Big toe.
The big toe is very important because it's big. But more than that, it is where this arch is.
Oh.
This ridge down here, this ridge is the something that, yeah, this line. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. It's like big toe line or something. This is where it starts sloping downwards. So everything on this side slopes downwards this way. Everything on this side slopes downwards this way. If we look at the foot from the front, and we model it as a sort of pyramid-ish, then the big toe will be here, and all the little toes will be about like here.
Right.
This line,
So it's
this
slouched
is where
down.
it slopes here, and this will slope here, like that.
So it's not flat. I mean,
It's not flat. Yeah. I mean, it isn't flat, but yeah. So this side is a lot flatter. This side has like sort of like a a flat area like here. Like here is mainly all flat. And then it sort of slopes upwards a lot faster here. And the big toe just slopes downwards straight. So hold on a sec. Someone is at my door. Hold on.
Oh my god. Home Sensei is gone. Hello everybody.
Whoa, I returned.
And then he's back.
Hajimaru. Let's.
Hajimaru.
Oh, some people are actually commenting. Oh, high water. The tendon, tibula, fibula.
Wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure those are the names of things.
I think so.
I'm sure those are. I've never learned the names. That's why I would recommend Aihara as a much better feet instructor than me, because he actually knows. Like the names of how to draw these things. I don't know.
But it's okay.
I don't know what they're called.
I just wanna draw something that looks like feet.
Nice. In that case, this should help you a lot. Draw this wedge. This wedge here. So what we've learned so far, the foot is like a wedge. It's like a doorstop.
Okay, doorstop.
It's like one of those things that you put to stop your door.
Right.
Yeah, sort of like that. And then imagine a now like little semicircle at the front, and that's your toes.
Oh.
So kind of. From the top down, the place where the toes come from follows this arc, which you can see if you look at the reference materials that I distributed before the class, Sensei. Nah, that wasn't me. And then the toes themselves also form this sort of arc. Some people have different arcs, and it depends really which you want to draw. Most people will have this kind of arc where the big toe is the furthest forwards,
right,
and then the little toes all sort of like
so it's slouched down. That's the common one?
That's the most common one. But the one that I like to draw, the one that I and a bunch of other people who draw feet like to draw, is the what they call the Greek toe, which is that it goes up here and then slopes down again to the big toe. So the big toe is here, and then the middle toe is actually slightly longer than the Greek toe, than the big toe. We like to draw that one. I don't know why.
Why? Because of
I actually don't know. It kind aesthetics, I guess. It kind of looks nice. It kind of looks nice. And so that's what the toes look like from the top, and they attach to these 5 points here. So you can always keep in mind where they attach to is this slope. So in terms of length, the big toe is pretty damn long. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but yeah. But it's important to note that from the side, I'm gonna keep deleting stuff as I go along, because I'm running out of space. From the side, where the toes attach from is different from the side. So say this is the foot, right? This is the rest of the foot without the toes.
Right.
The smaller toes, they don't attach to the middle. They attach to the top. And they sort of, so if we were to get rid of the big toe, let's pretend this person has no big toe.
Okay.
The smaller toes do this. They sort of curve downwards.
Really? Wait, I'm looking at my own feet right now.
Yes, they do actually, they attach the top of your legs and they curve downwards. And this is padding. This is like the padding of your foot. So the bones are actually on top of this layer of padding. So if you look at every foot, there is this layer of padding, and most feet artists will remember this layer of padding, and they will shade it slightly differently. They'll like put a light line here, they'll put a little line here to say there's a layer of padding, and it sort of like extends outwards. So if you look at the foot from the top again, the actual foot is here, and then this is all padding that is being smooshed outwards. Because when you step down, the padding gets smooshed outwards like this. Yes, that's how you apply pressure. So the toes are on top of this layer of padding, because this layer of padding is just like thick skin and thick flesh and stuff.
Mm-hmm,
And so they all sit on top of that line.
mm.
But the big toe ignores all that. The big toe comes down here. Remember this line, this
Mm-hmm, the
whatever bone
sloping
this
one,
was.
right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it comes down here, and this is where the big toe attaches. And the big toe, so every other toe curves down. The big toe curves forwards.
Goes forward.
Yeah, it just goes straight forwards. It has this little bump here where it attaches that sort of brings it in line with the other toes, but it curves forwards. It just goes straight forwards. So from the other side, you would have the big toe, this bump, and then it will go forwards. And then every other toe will do this. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah,
Okay,
every other toe will do this. So that's why you gotta acknowledge when you look at the foot. Except the little toe is often like sort of like smooshed underneath the ring toe. I don't know what you call it, the fourth toe. So it still attaches the top, but it sort of like goes down.
Smoosh.
Yeah, it's smoosh, it's small. In most people, it's usually like smooshed down. Some people may have a really well developed one that can like hold its own. It's like does this on its own. Yeah.
I see.
So that's what you gotta remember when drawing the toes. The toes themselves are quite hard to draw. The toes, I always get their shape a bit muddled up, but it's like you draw this circle. You draw like a ball. Imagine it's a ball.
Okay.
But you like cut off the top and then you put a nail there. And that's generally what a toe looks like. And then if the bottom, if the foot is resting on that toe, it's sort of like smoosh out a little here as well. And then, yeah. So normally the toes will curve like this. When they are being rested on, they'll try to go down again. But then because the ground is pushing on them from below, they sort of like do this.
Oh.
Yeah. And then say a little toe over here, sort of like smooshing underneath, as usual. And then the big toe is over here. And then that's your foot. And then the smooshing also applies to the padding. So the padding will be like... Now, the arch of the foot looks like from the other side. So remember how I told you just now about the footprint?
Yep.
Well, the footprint is where the foot lands on the ground, right? But what about this part? This is the arch of the foot. From this side of the foot, and this is the side of the big toe. Never forget that the arch is on the side of the big toe.
Wait.
From this side, there's like an arch like this. And then here's the toes, and then here's here. Yes.
Right.
So this is like a sort of concave area. When you draw it, if you're drawing straight on from the side, usually you just draw like this, and it sort of mildly indicate the arch, like with a little bit of like that.
Right.
Because you can't really see it from the side because it's not that visible, but it's very visible from certain angles. If you are viewing the foot from this angle, right? I always start by drawing the ankles. This is the ankle. This is the foot. So you draw the ankle first to make sure you have the orientation of the foot correctly. And then the foot comes here. And then there's this wedge, right? This is the wedge of the foot. And then these would be the toes. If we're drawing from this angle. This sort of weird angle. But you see, I've drawn this flat, which is wrong.
Right.
What should actually happen is this goes up like an arch. And then this comes across. And so you can very clearly see the arch is right here. It's a bit hard to wrap yourself around it. Because here's the padding, here's the line of the foot. This leads in. And then this leads here. 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 These are the toes. These are the
It's like
toes, and then
45
this is
angle.
yeah, it's sort of like it.
So that's where you can see the
Yeah. Yes, and here are the balls of the foot. They're called the balls of the foot. I don't know what they're actually called, but if you come down here, there's one ball here which connects to the big toe, and then there's another like clump of things here.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So the reason there's an arch there is because from the other side, from this side, the whatever bone is here comes down here and connects to the big toe, and then the heel is here. So there's a gap here in the middle. But the heel connects to all the other bones that connect to all the other feet. Yeah.
Right.
So there's
right,
like
right.
a gap like here.
Uh-huh.
That's what caused it. I don't know how to. I don't know. I would need a 3D model to explain this. Doot. Alright. Doot. This is the heel. Doot. I don't know. I'm trying my best to draw. I don't know how to
But I
explain
think
it.
I think I kind of get it. So like there was like a
Right?
big, kind of like a gap.
Yeah.
So that's why like there's a
Yeah,
arc
and the
forming.
padding, and so the padding is around the heel and around these balls, and there's nothing here. So the skin here is very thin. The skin on all other parts of the foot is very thick because that's where all the weight is resting on.
Yeah.
So all the parts of the foot that are part of the footprint is where the weight is resting on. But the skin where the arch is less. So in art, you will always see the arch has lighter skin than the rest of the. This part here has lighter skin than the rest of the foot.
Right.
Yeah. So if we were to, for example, put one here, and I were to like start maybe you would always like do this, and then there's nothing here. Do this, and then there's nothing there.
Oh, you
See?
never shade the.
Yeah. So you will shade it normal skin color, but the foot by itself is normally a bit more red than the rest of the whole body, except maybe the hands. It's slightly blushy, right? Because when you step on something, blood flows down, blood gets compressed where the pressure is applied. So the foot will end up being redder than the rest of the body.
Wait.
Except for the arch, because there's nothing there. There's no pressure being applied there.
Okay.
Don't know how helpful all of this is. It's a lot to take in. So to draw the foot, first you start with your ankle. Start with your ankle. Ankle looks like this.
Ankle.
Or the ankle, the two bones of the ankle is not even. One side droops down lower than the other.
Okay.
This side is the side of the little toe. The outside. The outside. And this is the inner side, like the one facing inwards towards your body. So if you put both legs together, they look like this. Foot. So the outside one is lower down, and the inside one is higher up. So these two bumps aren't on the same place, and these two bumps are the bumps you see at your little ankle. So when you have no idea what a foot is, and you're just like drawing random like thing, and then you draw this bump, right? This bump.
So that's that bump.
Is this bump. So with knowledge of the bone, you can know that this bump should actually be somewhere around here, and definitely should not be up here. Right? That's a no because that will mean you have a dislocated. Yeah, you have a dislocated bone because your bone that connects to your ankle is up here, and then your ankle is down here. It's like, what is this?
You should see a doctor.
Yes, please see a doctor if your bump is all the way up there.
Yeah.
So the bone comes down here, and it acts like a nice safety net. And it catches this in its grasp, and then the other bone is here. So I don't know where to go with this. I've kind of done a lot.
And then it's all gone.
And then it's all gone. So let's draw a foot from the start. Draw the ankle.
Okay, draw the ankle.
Draw the ankle. down here,
Down here.
and get your catch. Get this is it.
Okay.
And then draw funny triangle shape.
Funny triangle shape.
And this is your wedge. Now try to imagine this as a wedge in 3D space.
Okay.
Now draw another one for the other bones in front of it. This is mainly your heel, really. This is just fake guidelines. This is for people who can't be bothered to memorize anatomy. Got it?
Okay. That's me.
Like me, I can't be bothered to memorize anatomy. So draw your heel and then draw another triangle shape in front of it.
Okay.
And that is your foot. The front of this should be curved. The front of this should follow the curve of the toe. This is the part where the toes attach here.
This is the part.
So this is the part where the toes attach to. So this isn't the toes yet. This is the rest of the bones of the foot.
Okay. So this.
And then now
Uh-huh.
you draw a line like roughly here, and then you draw your toes, which is, and this should be, I always draw it like this.
So this is the toe.
Yeah, this is the toes. The foot from above, remember, it gets wider, and then when the toes come, it suddenly gets narrower again. So it's always important to remember that it does get wider.
Okay.
It gets wider from the base to the toes. And then you sort of clean this up a bit. Clean this up a bit. And then to get the sort of this shape, imagine that you're drawing a sock, right?
Yep.
And then you draw a line all the way down from here to about here. And this is where your big toe attaches. It's always important to decide where your big toe attaches. And this should depend on what angle you're looking at it from.
Oh.
So if I'm looking at it from here, remember that the big toe is maybe like 1/4 of the whole foot, not 1/5, because the big toe is bigger. And then here you draw this. You just make a mental note that this is where the big toe is. Then if you're looking at it from whichever side you're looking at it from, you draw those toes first. So you draw the ones that you can see starting from the index. You would draw a line down here and then draw something here. And this is where it gets tricky because I don't know how to explain how I draw toes. I just sort of imagine, because if you look at the structure of a toe, let's say this is a toe, right? It actually looks like this. This is a bone, and the bones are on the top. They're on the top of the toe. They're on the top of the toe, so they're not the bottom. So you're drawing this line here, you are drawing the bones. You're drawing the bones of the toes.
Right, okay.
So, and do this, and then do this. Yeah, while you're drawing this, sort of imagine this is where your toes are going. So you need to mentally like give it room for them. Then you erase this line because we don't need it anymore. Because that was just a guideline to get the curve of the toes correct. Then draw the toes like little arcs.
Two little arcs.
Yep. And then if you want, if your toes are looking a little too fat, you can like draw a little line here to show that you know the toes are quite thin, right? Because the toes are quite thin. It's just that when they block each other, you sometimes can't see the thinness. So you might be sometimes tricked into thinking they're a little fat. Then you sort of massage the toes into place. You sort of adjust them. And I find that drawing toenails helps a lot to like show how 3D the toes are. Because when you don't have toenails, they're just sort of like blobs. It's like, what exactly could this be? But then once you draw the toenails, even if you don't have any nail polish on them, it just makes everything sort of make sense, right?
Right, true.
Yeah. So here, the toes here, your index toe is a bit too fat. It's not curved downwards enough. So I would, yeah, a bit more like that. If you want, you could have a little thing. You have a little more shadow in the middle. But that's for shading. That's not quite. Yeah. And the little toe always usually looks like a little triangle, right? If every other toe is rectangular, the little toe will be a sort of triangular shape. It's like that. Yeah. So you can see even here, even though we're not looking at it from the top, the little toe just kind of look like a triangle. And then here, and then once you're done with all that, you still haven't drawn the big toe, so erase whatever bullshit you drew that is currently in the big toe spot. And I like to draw the big tail starting with the toenail. I don't know why, it helps me a lot. But you can do it any way you want. Just remember that it comes down here, and then sort of like smooshes out here. And the big toe is the one with the most pressure acting on it. The most weight is going onto the big toe, so it'll be kind of flat. Yes. It is being smooshed by like a pancake by the weight of all the body it has to support.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cool. And then you can sort of do this, ish. Now, I don't know how wrong I was about most of what I just said, but it's roughly how I draw toes. Oh, how I draw feet. And then you just sort of erase all the other lines that you don't need. Tone this down a little because you definitely won't be able to see that bump from there. Tone this down a little. These are very exaggerated. And then bam, that's a foot. It's a foot. Also, I would consider this angle one of the worst angles for drawing feet. It doesn't look good at all.
I see. Composition-wise, this is the worst.
Yeah, composition-wise, this is one of the ugliest angles to draw feet in. The angle I would normally draw feet in is like facing front or like facing front from the bottom. So like here, same story as before. Still gonna draw this. Still gonna draw this. Except now we're gonna draw it sort of like coming towards us. So like that, right? It's coming outwards. And this won't help. For this, you need to have a knowledge of 3D space. So draw the heel. Heel is over here. Then kind of did this so far out that this is already toe line by itself. So I'll erase this stuff. This is now the line of the toes. From the bottom. Remember how just now I told you about the balls of the feet?
Yes.
They sort of divide the feet into two parts.
Oh, so it's one.
So the feet, yeah, the foot has a sort of like, from the bottom the foot has like a sort of division like this. Like this, and then like this. The foot has these parts. So this is where the arch is. The arch comes up here. The arch comes up here, and then so from the bottom, this foot will look a bit more like this. Remember, this is going up and then going down, but just viewing it from a weird angle. And then the little toe is smooshed in. The other toes sort of like follow up here. Other toes, the toes, and then here. Remember, these are connected to the top, so always remember that they're connected to the top. So there'll be a little sort of a gap here. Sometimes you can see a gap between those two toes. And then up here, there's a foot. And then it always helps to draw the toenails. It's a weird angle. It's like from the bottom. The bumps will be here, then the rest of the leg will be here-ish. Yeah. It's a very weird angle. This is the angle that I like to draw the feet at, but it's quite difficult if you haven't drawn it a lot of times before. Even for me, it's still quite difficult, even though I have drawn it a lot of times before. But this is the angle of like someone maybe about to step on you or something.
Okay. So it's like kind of like this kind of angle?
Yeah. No, it's like this kind of angle. It's coming towards you.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the weird perspective sort of thing. Man, I don't know.
Okay.
It's difficult.
What about
It's
this
difficult.
angle? This angle.
This angle? What angle is that?
Leg.
Foot like that. So leg, foot like that. This is a good angle for showing off the arch of the foot. for like showing off the little curve that forms the arch. So same, I'll draw this triangle for the heel. Heel's over here. Heel's over here. Then I'll draw another triangle for the bones. Then I'll draw another little thing here for the toes. Now, when the foot is like this, the toes, when the foot is just floating in midair, when the foot is on the ground, the toes are going to be on the ground as well. But when the foot is floating in midair, the toes can curve. The toes can be like, you can have the toes sort of like curve upwards a bit.
Oh, okay.
If you want. And I find that adds a little
flavor.
Yeah, personality or like flavor or something. Boom. And then don't forget they always come from the balls. Toes come from the balls. The balls.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. And then if the rest of the foot is here, don't forget the heel. Don't forget that if the rest of the foot is here, then the heel will go a little bit past that because the heel goes into the arch up there. So if you look behind here, if you look like invisibly, if you x-ray through this, you can see the arch sort of take this shape. But we can't see it from this side because from this side it's being blocked by this piece of meat.
Right.
Yeah. The bottom of the foot. Of course, this is like a little bit too much. Too much upwards. But you can do a little. You can like do a little bit. Just a little. Just as a treat. Pop, pop, pop. Kinda like that. Ding. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, ooh. Now, this heel is a bit too far out. As much as I said you shouldn't have the heel be too far in, you shouldn't have it be too far out, this one. So when the foot is posting like that, you usually can line up the heel with the rest of the leg, and that looks quite nice. And then don't forget the heel will be proportionally maybe about a third-ish of the foot, or maybe like 2/5 of the foot or something. This also wouldn't be too far out. That's a foot.
Okay. Not too far out.
Yeah.
A bit.
Not too far out. So you can help yourself drawing lines. You can like draw this or extend this line all the way out here. Then you can just draw a heel in here like this. It really does depend on what angle you're looking at. So if your angle is not exactly mine, it will probably change a lot. So my foot is like sort of rotated this way.
Okay, depends on the angle.
Compared to yours, yeah. And then here, the ball will probably be here. The ankle will be here. So I'm going to draw a little bump there.
It's the bump.
And that's the foot. Thigh. Mean shin. Shin here. Thigh here. Thigh here.
Okay.
Thigh here. Some other muscle here.
Stamping.
Something here.
Something here.
Yeah. Tears here.
The hip.
Hip.
The thigh. Chicken thighs.
Chicken thigh. Yes, the toes come from the balls. It's the most important takeaway for drawing the toes. The toes come from the balls. Oh, the thigh. Thigh is nice to draw. Thigh is fun to draw. I don't usually draw wrinkles, but if you want to draw wrinkles, the most wrinkly places will be here. This would not be wrinkly. This would not be wrinkly. All the wrinkles will be concentrated here in the middle section because this is the only part of the foot that kind of bends a little bit. It doesn't bend much,
Right.
but it doesn't. In fact, it doesn't bend at all. is that when you bring your toes in,
Why
it
is it-
squishes this part. It squishes this part, so all of the padding gets squished together
it
when
go
you
like
bring your
this,
toes
right?
in. Yeah,
Does it go like this, right?
yeah, it does go like this. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it does. It does pretty much go like that.
What if we draw heels though? Like we wear heels.
Then you will have to draw.
Like the heels, right? Like this.
So if people wear heels, then your feet would take this shape, right? They will go down. So then this part of the heel will come back up. And then so if it's very high heels, for example, it would be like this. So you
so this
still
is
draw
bend
it's still roughly a triangle shape. But then it lands on the balls here. And then the toes, they go forwards like that.
Okay.
Yep.
Still try.
So then the ankle is about here, heels over here, toes come over here. Then you draw toes, 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 toes. And then this big toe is of course flattened out.
This
like
is
that.
also triangle. Triangle.
Yeah. So the foot is a lot of triangles. The foot is pretty triangular shaped. And then the heel itself will be around here. The high heel shoe itself will look like this. Good. But I don't like drawing shoes, as you can tell. So I can't help you a lot with that. Ding, ding. Ding. Like that.
Like this.
See, I just had to erase a perfectly good tiptoe foot for that. This is why you don't
Is that
draw
you know
shoes.
when you do ballet?
Yeah.
You do like this.
Ding. Yeah, when you do ballet. No, ballet is even worse. Ballet would be even more like this. This is about the maximum that a foot can go. The maximum that foot can go is when this is a complete straight line. So you would never have the leg come here and then the foot go backwards like this. This is
That one, you need to see a
broken.
doctor.
Although I did just draw that in my latest Holomyth work, but if no one called it out, no one called me out on it. But yeah,
It's okay,
It's
nobody
not
knows,
correct.
right? Chat
yeah,
said no.
it's not correct. It's not correct.
Chat said that we don't know. It's okay.
So ballet, you actually draw the toes. They go forwards a bit, and then they like crack themselves here.
Ouch!
Crack. Yeah, that's ballet. That's why ballet practitioners have really bad toes.
Oh.
So the toes go forward.
So
and then
every weight is on the toes.
Yes, every weight is on the toes. Whereas
Oh,
here,
shit.
at least the weight is coming down on the balls.
Right.
Whereas here, the balls are here. It goes down to the toes.
Ouch.
So that's why ballet hurts a lot. So it's all about weight distribution. It's important to know when you're drawing a character, like say I'm drawing character, like how is their weight being distributed? Because that'll determine what kind of foot position they'll be in. Like say I'm drawing like just like leaning here, one leg over here. This leg over here can be like the toe can be maybe here, can be like this. But this leg, the foot will have to be flat on the ground for it to look normal.
Because
right?
everything is here, right? This.
Yeah, cause all the weight is resting down here. If you draw the center of gravity. Yeah.
Right.
And the weight, the side which has less weight, the legs can be higher up. The side which has less legs, the legs can be lower down. You see this like this is the yeah. Because this is being pushed up because it has to support the weight of the ground, whereas this can be come down to support this. So this is contrapostal. The hip. Yeah, the hip.
Go like this and this, right?
It will rotate. Yes.
Hip will rotate.
And then if you want to contrapostal it, you can do this. It's Bay. It all comes back to Bay. It's Bay.
Who is this? Who is this rat?
Who is this? Dore.
Dore.
So that is all I have for you today with regards to feet. I think that's as much as I know. You draw this, and then you draw this, and then do feet, and feet. Like draw this, and then draw this.
What
and
about
draw this, draw
coloring?
this.
Coloring though,
Coloring
like
them
especially
to
like the
color a
sole,
foot.
like
So
this one.
let's color this one. Let's just color this one. Okay, to color them, you want to get rid of all of the lines that were in the sole part, and you sort of want to remember generally how to draw it. So, let's add a new layer for color. First, you do the skin color, of course, which I will do. Let's do it like this. Boop, 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 boop. Look at me, man, using full fill bucket.
Wow, it's so yellow.
It's a bit yellow. Let's make it a bit more peachy. Don't quite know how to color an Aggie, but so you have to remember that the foot by itself is redder than the rest of the soles, the parts that are touching the ground a lot, are redder than the rest of the foot, and in fact the rest of the body. So set a multiply layer and just do this. Just do this, this.
Oh, so you draw the footprint first.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is a multiply layer, so this is separate from the rest of the layers. Then you go back to your normal brush, you take this, and now it's time to add in shadows. Now, there are always shadows here where the toes are. There are always shadows where the toes are.
Okay.
Always. Just because it's such a closed-in area that there won't be shadows. And in fact, you can put very dark shadows here. The darker shadows you put here, the more toe-like it will become.
Right.
I don't know what toe-like means, but that's what it looks like. So then here you can put little bits of shadows here
More
to
real
give
the toes.
to show where the toes are coming from. So where the toes come out from. This is where you can add like little wrinkles and stuff. Then you can put a little line here because there is a crease between this ball and this ball. So you can add a little bit of line here. Just a little. And it'll usually connect up with this. And then there'll also be another. This gap between the second and third toes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then there'll also be another little crease here, but not a lot of people draw. I know what's his name? Natural Ton. Ruton Nikki likes to draw this. Some of the other foot artists like to draw this little gap here. But mostly I just do one here. Then here, because here is where the balls go, if this part's in shadow, you could do this, but I don't usually do this because it usually feels better. Even if it doesn't make sense, it feels better to just leave this lighter than the rest of the soles.
Right.
And then if you want, you can draw like a some of the wrinkles will be here. The wrinkles follow this because the meat follows this curve of the line here. So this is one. This whole part is like one part of the foot, and then this is another part of the foot. So where this meets the arch, there will be wrinkles here. Here. And then
So that's the wrinkle part.
Yeah.
I see.
So even if there's nothing, even if you're not drawing a lot of wrinkles, you should still draw at least a little something here. This is where you can go crazy with the stuff. And then here is just the heel, which is just a ball. The heel is just
The ball.
shaded how you would shade a ball. But generally you want to shade flat.
Shade flat.
Now,
I see.
yeah. So that's generally how you draw the legs, the feet. And then if you're viewing it from here, for example, what you can do is, in fact, rather than drawing shadows, because you want to make this padding clear, you can draw this. It's sort of like highlight.
Ah, highlight.
So you see a lot of feet artists draw this highlight here. to accentuate the padding, because that padding line is nice. That padding line is sexy. Then you have this will all be in shadow. This will all be in shadow, and then the rest of the padding will also be in shadow. You can have this one line here. Generally, you don't want to make your shadow go all the way up to the padding line, because that makes it look like this whole foot has like no depth. You want to sort of like blend it together.
Right.
So you want the padding to like do this like a swimsuit, like not like a swimsuit, but like the kind of soft shading.
Oh, okay. Not hard shading, but
Okay.
a bit
Not
soft.
hard shading. Yeah,
And
because
then
this is all round and rounded-ish.
Yeah, okay.
So you want it to be soft. You want it to be nice and soft. Nice and soft. I'm still not too good at this, because I don't normally do this. So this comes around here. Looks like that. Looks like that. And this looks like that. And then there'll be a shading here as well, of course. Yep. And then of course you go back to your soles. And then you do this, do this, do this. Just make that a bit redder. That's how I do it from the side.
And then you blur the lines, right? From the
That's the way. Do this. Do whatever it takes to make it look good. I don't know how to make this part look good. I know a lot of people do, but I don't particularly. One of the ways I think they do is they make the whole up here, the whole foot up here until here. They make it darker. Like they make this whole part darker until it gets to here. Then it like has this line here. This band of lightness.
Oh, you know, to show the banner like this, they just tune down everything.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, something like that. Although if you want to really do that, don't study me, because I don't do it a lot, so you should study someone else.
I see.
Yeah.
But normally you just color it like normally.
Yeah. You can just color it normally, yeah.
I see.
You can have...
Interesting.
What's nice is that contrast between the hard and the soft. So here, oops. Hard area.
Contrast.
A bit of a hard part here.
And
then soft part over there.
I see. Okay. Give us a illusion, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
That's roughly how I would draw feet in general. I don't have a lot more to say.
Is it the end of the class, Sensei?
I think it's the end of the class. So now you know how to draw feet at least as well as me. Yay! Congratulations.
Now I have a diploma in feet.
Yeah. So I don't
Only
know.
one class. Only one class.
Hey, there's not that much to know about drawing feet. Once you start to think in 3D space, just remember you're always drawing something 3D. There's always more that you can't. There's always more of the foot that you can't see. That's how it goes. Lay foot. And remember that the bottom of the foot looks better than the top.
The bottom of the foot looks better than the top.
Yeah, and there's a lot of poses where the feet don't look good. So if your foot doesn't look good, think to yourself, am I really drawing the foot wrong, or is it that my drawing isn't a good drawing for feet?
I see. Do you have any like composition suggestions to make the feet look good?
Composition suggestions. Let's see here. Ding ding ding. Composition suggestions. One of the most common one is you have the character just like sit down like this, legs up, feet. Just like that. And then hands like this, or like this, or something like that. And then the feet are here.
I think I saw one is like here, and then I think it's Iris ones, so the feet is like his. And then it's
Oh
just
yeah. That one's also nice.
And then it's like, so everything is like here.
Yeah, that's the feet towards the camera pose, which Casino likes to do that a lot. So an easy way you can do it's not easy, it's quite hard, but one of the ones, because it needs you to draw the feet very well because the feet are right in your face.
Yeah.
But one of the ones you can do is foot here, and then the legs are crossed. So leg come here, leg come here. And then you have one foot here, one foot here. This is the legendary Botan one, looks like this. The legendary Casino's legendary Botan art looks like this.
So it's like sitting up, putting your legs up.
Yeah. Like that.
So basically showing the sole of the foot.
Yes, showing the sole. Because the sole is the nice part. If you want to make your feet look nice, the sole is the better part. And it also shows the arches, because then it flips the feet around and the feet can show arches and stuff like that. Very nice. Those are the best poses. Then if you want something a little more subtle than that, you can have the character from the back.
Jumping.
Yeah, either jumping or like kneeling. And then the feet can be like that. Right?
Right. Kneeling. I see.
Yeah.
That's true. And then you can draw the back as well.
Yeah, and then you can draw the back as well. The feet will come over here and they'll look like this. So these are all the nice feet poses. Then you have like the sort of weirder ones, like characters here doing this, and then like put this like here. Basically, if you can think of a way, if you can think of a way to crumple up the characters so they fit into the frame, then it might work.
Sexy pose.
Yeah, sexy pose.
The face. That's so cute.
It looks like a divide sign. You can have poses like
I know like there was like one, it's like, it's not really feet, but they put it in the wine glass.
Yeah. Oh, that's the bay one. Yeah, I have that in my reference folder.
It's like,
yeah. But that one works because the bay itself is quite small. She was quite small,
It's like this.
Then it's like you can of course do the ones where you have the not very Seiso, the not very Seiso ones where you have the legs all the way up here.
Oh my god, that's very that's very unseiso.
Yes, so if you want to go full unseiso.
The patron content, 100% patron.
Bing. So usually you will pair this with certain outfits or no outfit, depending on how you want to do it. Oh yeah, or you could also have the feet up to the camera like this. And then the rest of the leg comes over here. And then the other leg will be doing something else, I don't know. Maybe like this. The important part about this is that one foot is
Up.
forward the camera is if you want to have.
Forward. Oh, but it's not the sole, eh? It's the
Yeah, it's
front.
not the sole. But if you have the feet really close to the camera, it has a good chance of looking good even if you don't show the sole. Even if you show just the top of the foot. What else? If you have a horizontal one, lying down is also a good place to show the feet. If you like lying down.
Like a lot is like, the head,
Yeah.
the hip.
Yeah. Lying down like that on the bed, and then soles.
And then
Lots of cool feet compositions.
feet. Or like this.
Yeah, this one is nice. This one is nice. This one's also one of the good ones.
Massage. Massage.
Oops. If you have two characters.
Yoga pose, someone say. Alexi,
Yeah.
yoga pose. Oh, step on you.
Yes. You can have step on me poses with feet. Because that is generally what feet are used for.
Step
You will
on you.
generally use feet to step on things, yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's different people is a question. It's another
Whether step
matter,
on
but
things or step on people.
yes. Step on people things.
It looks like a body only with feet.
I know, right? Because from this angle, you can't really see the rest of the body.
Stepping on you.
So those are a lot of the compositions which can show feet. Nice.
See.
So stuff like that.
Interesting. There's so much compositions. As long as you can squeeze the character, right?
Yeah, as long as you can bring the face and the feet kind of close together, it'll work.
I see. Interesting.
That's about all I have for you today.
Wow, arigatou gozaimashita. Yeah. Oh my god, I learned so much. Maybe the next art stream I shall try to draw feet.
Draw some bare feet.
Draw some
leg.
bare feet.
Leg. And then come here. And then bend down. And then foot. And then foot. And then foot. Toes. Toes.
Toes.
Toes. Toes. Toes all the way up here.
So you draw the small toe and then you draw the big toe.
I don't know. The order doesn't really matter.
But
What matters is that you sort of like, make sense of where they come from. Yeah, where they go. From a 3/4 view, it comes, the big toes line comes down, and then the cutting comes into this area, which all the toes are at, which all the toes connect to, and then the big toe comes out like that. I generally draw the big toe last, yeah. That. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are better at drawing feet than me. Like Aihara, you can ask Aihara what the feet actually looks like. Like he actually studied the feet.
Oh wow. Some people really dedicate their lives to feet.
Feet are quite nice. Quite good to dedicate your life to. If the big foot is here, Big toe is here. This is one of the nice angles also.
Mm-hmm.
Then this part you can just sort of like fiddle about with it until it looks nice.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. Like that.
I think most people struggles in like drawing the toes, I guess.
Yeah,
I think like
I guess.
drawing the shape of the foot is like I mean like as long as you get the shape of the foot, people will know that it's a foot.
Yeah, you will. As long as you draw something that is connected to a leg, people will draw. Yeah, that's
yeah,
the foot.
that's a foot. You know, they might know, but to draw like the details and to draw like the feet, that's a different matter. I think.
Yeah, probably.
Mm.
Foot. Usually the heel. I always usually accidentally draw the heel going back a bit too far. The heel shouldn't stick out this much. The heel should stick out maybe
Not really.
this much. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
this much at most. It's more like a guy's foot. This looks more like guyish.
Mm-hmm.
It's not cute enough to be a girl's foot.
It needs to be cute.
It needs to be cute. So you just make it skinnier, make it more compact, make it less wrinkled. Make it more curvy-ish. You can make the foot here look like this. And then that's more girly.
I like to say that I'm watching this on my phone, so all the detail work is lost to me. Appreciate the technical pomp.
Ding. That's about it. I have nothing else to teach you. Just keep practicing until you can draw a foot.
Wow. And the hip with the foot.
Hip with the foot. The hip.
With the foot.
I can go into a bit of hip structure, I guess. The hip looks like this. Looks like this. Looks like this. And then the leg.
Hinge, right? Yeah.
Yeah. The leg looks like this.
Yeah. So like it's
looks like
curved
that.
out, right? So it's like
Curves outwards, yeah. And this part, there's a where the hip comes in and where the leg comes in. There's a little dimple here.
yeah, like this, right?
Yeah. And then the
Some people
tendon
draw it
attaches
do that,
here.
yeah.
Tendon attaches here. And then this is the crotch. And then there's a big meaty tendon like here. And this is the main tendon. Then this goes back around. This is the butt. Butt goes around. This is there's a gap here as well. Yeah. There's a gap here as well. Big meaty. It comes all the way around. Yeah, it attaches up here. The attachment point for this tendon is like up here.
Yeah.
So
it's like something
that's
like
where.
this, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the
That's
tummy too. Yeah. The waist. Human body is very fascinating.
It is.
Yeah. I have to go outside today or to me. Oh, okay, Venus.
Okay.
Have a good day. Have a good work today.
I mean, I think I'm not sure how long more this collab is going to go on. I don't have anything else left to teach you.
Yeah, this
Bing.
feet meat.
Feet.
Yeah, I think like you're almost at the
Feet
end
meat.
actually. So
Yeah.
I was thinking of whether should I just like take all the informations that you teach me and then just draw like a composition and then maybe you can
Do it.
just draw
Do
it.
it. Depends on how fast you can draw. How much time you want to spend.
No, I mean that I can do it as like a Seiso Friday for next week.
Seiso Saturday.
No, it's Seiso Friday. I'm not gonna change it.
Do it. Add a new series. Ame
Seiso
went through like
Saturday.
5 TV shows. Ame in the AM is gone. Fish Tank is gone. Watson Weekly is. I don't know what happened to Watson Weekly.
Wait, what's a week? What's a weekly? Where is that?
It's one of Ame's TV shows. Ame had so many like series. Watson.
I know, like the one with the news run, right?
Yeah, it's the Holo News, and then
Yeah,
she
yeah,
stopped.
yeah. Oh, why?
I don't know.
Because
She
too much
just
work.
said, yeah, Ame has commitment issues. I'm sure.
She
I'm
should
sure
just
of it.
stick to her program, man.
Yeah, she should.
Yeah. But I think like no, I think like all the Holo members have like no time. They're really quite busy, except for Evan, I think.
I think Advent is also pretty busy with their new things.
No, I think they are busy because of like they are just
Streaming.
starting out. Yeah, like
Yeah.
streaming and everything. But I think like all the other Holo members, they have like other stuff like Council has like 3D.
Yeah. Holomyth has whatever
Holomyth
Holomyth is
has-
doing.
What Holomyth
Kelly
is
has
doing?
Yeah, I don't know. Kelly has Kelly things.
Kelly is a musician, so she's always busy.
Oh,
What's that?
I don't know. I'm drawing random things now.
Oh. It's like a very cursed item.
Kinda does, right?
Yeah. Look at this.
Kinda looks like one of those.
Jujutsu
If I
Kaisen.
give it. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that.
I don't know what this could be. Some kind of monster, maybe.
Yeah. A feet monster.
Feet monster. I wonder what feet monster look like. It's just a giant foot, isn't it?
I mean, we have Bigfoot. We do have
That's
Bigfoot.
true. We do have Bigfoot.
Yeah.
But anyways, I don't know what to do now. So
Yeah. Okay. That's I think like that's the end of like the whole very educational feet stream.
yeah.
Yay! Thank you, Palm, for the very educational stream.
Thank you for inviting me to teach you about feet.
No,
hope you learned a lot.
it's a really it's a pleasure for you to come out on my Seiso Friday to teach me about feet. Now I learn about feet. Now I can draw feet. Now I just need to practice feet.
Yes.
And then
And now we will spread the knowledge of feet so that everyone
this competition will probably go into Patreon. So I have a Patreon account.
Patreon.
I have a Patreon account. It
Yeah,
starts
you
from
raise
$6.
all the meat.
Yeah, you
raise
raise
all the
meat
meat.
because
It just goes straight to being a sticks.
yeah, so that YouTube won't ban me.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just sticks. It's just bones. It's just bones.
Mm.
Yes. And that's so I haven't think about what to do for next week. So Friday, maybe we can draw another composition based on what Palm has teaches us today, and then we can use it. Yeah, because what's the point of having all this information, but you don't use it, right? Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Bing, bing.
So the stream officially the whole Seiso Friday it's officially end now because Palm is just drawing random things right now on the screen. So for the next stream, I'm gonna announce it for the Sunday.
Go ahead.
Okay. So for Sunday,
You must.
we have it's like big announcement.
Big announcement.
Big announcement, guys. So Sunday.
I mean, it's not that big.
It's not really that big, but
It's about this. It's the same size as other announcements we've done before.
yeah. It's kind of like for the next stream, it's kind of like that kind of announcement. So Sunday. Do you wanna write it down? Sunday. Sunday. 10 p.m. GST. I think you need to erase everything in the 10 p.m. GST.
10 p.m. JST.
We are going to have a Holo fan artist collab. Woo!
Holo fan. Woo!
Woo! Wait, I have the. Oh wait, I need to switch on my desktop audio to this work. Way. I don't know if it's working or not, but anyways. yeah. So what do we do is Holo Fan Artist collab. So if you watch the last collab, it's me, Pom, Luz, Moch, Moch, Moch. No, it's Moch, right?
Moch? Is it Moch?
Moch. And Falcon. And Falcon. So, but this time we have additional members.
Special guests
Special.
who popped in last stream and we are now abducting to continue us in this stream.
Yes. They pop up on the chat. We just pull them to the stream.
See, this is how you expand. We're like the flood from Halo. If you comment on us, sooner or later you're gonna be added to our collab circle.
No, especially like, I know you, and then we will just pull you for the next collab. Yeah.
Like, hey, I know you. Do you want to come in a collab? Chat on our stream once, right? Right?
Yeah.
You want to collab, right? Right?
You want to collab, right? We are open for collabs, you know. We are open to ever expand the collabs.
We're having collabs, you know. You could join us if you want. I mean, we're not asking.
We're not asking, yeah. Actually.
We are not asking.
Yeah, so we are going to play Scribble.
Scribblio!
I think because it's fun. Because
it's fun and it's chaotic. It is fun. You did play it. It was fun.
It was fun actually. It was very chaotic actually.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's black.
Black.
Yeah. I don't know about Gatifo, no. But anyways, we'll just play Scribblio and then we'll see how. You know, right now I wanted to play Among Us.
Among Us.
Like, not now. I mean, like we can play within everybody. It'll be so much fun.
Among Us. Oh my god.
Right? It'll be so much fun.
I haven't played Among Us in so long.
Same.
I've never really understood how to play Among Us. Like I don't know how.
No, you just kill people. If you're imposter,
how do
you
you avoid
kill.
getting? How do you act and how do you avoid getting voted out? How do you know who killed the guy?
You act it out. No, I mean you bait them out.
Bait them out.
Everybody is sus. So you cannot trust no one. Your best
So
friend
sus.
your best friend might be the imposter, so
Indeed.
yeah. But anyways, that one is after the collab, I guess. But anyway, so that's the announcement. That's the only announcement I have for Sunday. Yep. And then for tomorrow, I probably will stream. And then I was thinking of like whether should I stream in the morning or not. But that depends as well. If I wake up or not. So if I stream in the morning, I'll see you guys in the morning. If I tomorrow I will stream at night as well. Well, that's a very nice swimsuit.
Swimsuit.
Yeah, sexy.
Sexy.
Sexy. Yes, so if I stream at night, it will be a Daki stream, so...
You're finally gonna finish the Daki. Finish it. Come on, it's been how long? You gotta.
It's been 38 days according to Phineas.
It's been 84 years.
No, it's not 84 years. Don't add up the numbers, okay? And it's not years, it's days. It's days. Shut up.
84 years.
I'll finish within like what, probably not one stream, probably a 2 stream.
I can't believe Izumi started drawing a Daki before Bae debuted and she still hasn't finished it. After it's been 2 years of Holy Council.
Hey! Since when? No. But anyways, and we'll end the stream over here. Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming.
everybody so much for watching. My name is Markiplier and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.
Pomp is not Markiplier.
Yes, I never told you.
No, you should say that. You
Secretly.
should. What? No, your
I've
voice
always
is not
been
even the same.
Markiplier.
What the fuck?
Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier and tonight we'll be playing Gartic Foe. How does he say?
But anyways.
Try my best.
So we end the stream over here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much, Pomp, for coming to the stream. And then I'll see you in the next one.
See you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.